From Volume 2, Number 4. Don't love music ever. It'll only break your heart, okay? From Mr. Bobby Darin. Written by Ephraim. There is a promise there when something loud and holy falls out of some speaker somewheres and you are drunk or on drugs or like so sober even, and or maybe you have not slept for real for a million days and there's this weight in you that is like your onlyest, loneliest, closest friend truly, this heaviest intimate weight scraping your face with its lousiest chin hairs. But there is a promise there, buried there in the loud chords or quietest goddamned thrummings or scritchy whisperings there of music, music, music. The space between the notes always like gentle rows of weed growth to tiptoe through, or else like burning walls of airplane spew, vast curtains of plummeting steel, wreckage, and burning oil. A hurting thing that puts so many tiny holes in you, just so's tiny, perfect, sweetest angels can come and nest there and stroke your heartstrings with feathery nestlings. There is a promise there that most/many people don't ever get. So many distracted maybe by the hollow fireworks in somebody else's sky that, geez, they can't even hear the trees burning there on the corner even. But still and even there remains a smallest clan of us, man, lost for years and so desperate for promises that we even often drop small handfuls of money to gaze into a miserable well that's maybe been dry for years. A boring state of affairs, okay? And I mean, no, most of us will never be 17 again, but many of us are still stupid enough to try to believe in that promise there. The accidental words tumbling out of some skinny lady with a guitar, or the halo above some googly-eyed drummer's head, or the hunched-back piano player moaning in the corner, and the piano itself is on fire from the wind that scorched the valley where the retarded bass player played ECGB over and over and over again. Meaning, I swear, I've seen things on some stages, corners, or floors that were holier and sweeter than any hinterland sunset with armies of birds chirping even. Meaning that I still believe in the stupid shit and still follow fading lights in the desert through, though mostly wonder why lately, because I fear I'm getting old in this fucking church, and lately, all the other parishioners seem like so many effete pricks giggling and screaming, me, 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 while all the while, many blinded honkies drop adverbs or adjectives from the gilded rafters like so many lazy dipshit pennies when they are so not even ready to testify. And I am ever more feeling like either affronted or like an aging prideful sap shaking my cane, because I'm still waiting here for that awesome holy promise to manifest like a kiss on the forehead, like an army of fluttering pigeon wings, like a mighty, mighty steam train, as long as the world is wide, like the one true gesture, the hinted at truest gesture, the always whispered could-have-beens, the goddamned promise buried there in stupid fucking chords and phlegm whale, the stupid shit that broke my skinny teenage spine and breaks my dumb, stubborn heart still. The promise, the wonder-working promise. Wow. There was a time, I swear there was a time when music belonged to the people, when songs were the things that we made for each other in spite of. Prettiest wordings or saddest, angriest warblings to pass between us like hugs or handshakes. The sacredest sacrament of peoplehood's dreamings, hopes, resentments, and confusions. Or like the ringing of chords like perfect bells to smite wicked politicians, judges, or occupying armies. Or like all the mucky, messy mess of our wandering lives, here all wrapped around gut string or torn throat chords choking on a tuneful rhyming riddle. A thing that belonged to we the people, here, all strewn across this muddy spinning rock. A fiery spittle vapor that clung like fog to the cold, cold dirt. The free dirt of this prettiest starving land, hung there like sacred harps in the fog, cradling sweet, skinny, tubercular babies to dream a little while. A saving grace that was once and could still be again. And it still flares up like a mighty fever sometimes. The stubborn yearnings of all of us yearning to be free. The buried desires, the pissed-on candle flames catch fire again. The great beating, roaring thing in our chests, loosed like giddy shih tzus or tumbling circus clowns. It all adds up sometimes in spite of. Sometimes a fire burns there between people gathered in scattered rooms, a mighty yell trumpeting around the world for a second against all the crummy odds. And all of a sudden, you know exactly which side you're on, and proceed accordingly, and gather with the other yearning/burning ones, and strive to fucking tear some motherfucking shit the fuck down. Fuck. And why but why, or just why? Why is the promise stifled anyways? Why is it choked or stabbed in the back and thrown in the pissy river, abandoned in the attic with the rusty pistols and heartbroken hand-me-downs? How is it that in the year 2003, a handful of true believers are lost in the fucking desert again, square as Seventh-day Adventists subsisting on little more than watery soup and a terrible nostalgia for some imaginary past that was never nothing but dust and promise anyhow? Meaning that nobody believes that music threatens anything anymore. Meaning that no murderous fascists need to break Victor Yara's guitar-picking fingers in no Chilean football stadium/internment camp ever again. And no need for any spectacular panics in the House Un-American anymore, because the battle got lost and all the good guys packed up and left the front lines a long time ago. And doesn't everyone agree, same as it ever was and ever will be? Music is just court jesters and panda bears with cute tambourines. And geez, the shit lately. The awful shitty shit stream of shit flowing lately. The new shit, or next shit. The endless interminable now stuff, all wheat glued to those endless construction hoardings all across our rotting company towns. That endless sad parade of wide-eyed puppies, all tumbling towards the slow-moaning puppy grinder with their pocketfuls of natty riffs and useless Star Search daydreams. All them proud, clever, poor little girls and boys convinced that they'll break the machine before the machine breaks them. So this goddamned hateful industry of lies prances onwards blindly, selling our wonderings back to us at double dividends, its bland, thieving pretenses hardly challenged. And my, oh my, what lazy manicured hands rest on the levers of these wretched machines. And yes, they really do live in beige castles in the clouds. The money-bagging kingmakers talking on telephones in the clouds, all bedecked in the finest of linens, and all stinking of bedeviling pomades and colognes, keepers and purveyors of the new shit, the now shit, these desperate and vain robber barons worrying over their rugs and jewels, so neurotic, them and their camouflaged minions, staggering through screenings and showcases and after-show soirees, presiding over all that shiny TV and radio caterwaul, those gilded castle transmissions, saying, yes, yes, this is the new thing. Yes, this is the best and most exciting new thing. Yes, bold even, edgy even. Yes, yes, yes. And all them righteous, misled troubadours shucking and jiving at the emperor's ball like blind, whinnying mules with extravagant manes, all decked out in silver saddles and stirrups, mooning with their pretty, pretty eyes. And I'm like, Lord, make me into a bullet, a small, precise, hurtling thing, and aim me in your infinite, majestic wisdom and send me on my way. Or else I'm like, give me a gallon of chocolate ice cream and 300 cigarettes and shut the fuck up. Can't you see I'm trying to watch TV? And so what fresh hell is this? And where do we go from here? I thought I knew once, and now for sure, I do not know anything at all. It's like that American TV show that's just endless videotape of high-speed police chases, and you're rooting for the bad guy, and the bad guy almost always nearly gets away, but then blows a tire or flips the car, and it all ends with handcuffs and shotguns and chins to the pavement, equals a lousy fucking narrative that only ever breaks your heart. And sometimes the entire history of modern music seems like that to me. A rigged system where no one ever gets away with the giddy shit for too long and nothing ever changes. So fuck that right now, because the world's a mess, but I swear I am still in love with all our crummy depressions and joyous hollerings and have only ever found answers while being swept up or under our manic ebbs and flows. And I am still enraptured somehow by the endeavors of local friends and strangers, though we've all had our hearts broken countless times by the unintended meanness of insecure local strangers and friends. And I'm still amazed at the eternal disconnect between people who make rent by talking or writing about music and those who actually look for answers on dim stages. And one thing I know for sure equals in these times, the answers we try to cobble together in smoky rooms are like a redeeming thing, I think, and maybe are one last true hope. And these tiny flames that burn sometimes still need to be sheltered from wind and rain. And we stupid believers have to stick together somehow, in spite of, and build mighty rockets from spit, tin cans, and twine, and find some tiny patch of humble, righteous goodness here and refuse to move ever, okay? And that earnest racket pounded forth by some nervous unit of skinny teenagers on some windy and dour Thursday night, is it not worth saving? That righteous warmth it imparts in our bellies for a second or two, that important, vital heart sustenance, is it not worth prolonging? Does it not belong to us and us alone, we worried decipherers and answer seekers? And should we not covet the heritage there, the history there of human noise-making, manifesting in fumbling and virtuosity both, like whole centuries of toothless, emphysemic string batterers and high, lonesome yelpers and groaners striving to loose some endless chains somehow, or else the awesome mystery and wonder of this mighty, mighty, perfect human thing of making songs out of nothing, manipulating wood, wire, and spit to manifest the holy noise and shit. You gotta believe that God is just a broken-hearted boy or lady or red-haired dog moaning up or down some worried scale while whole continents spasm, bleed, and slowly groan across the ocean's floor. And don't we all of us tumble out of our mother's bellies gurgling and singing and crying? And don't we all still sing, gurgle, and cry, and love those things that break our hearts the most? And the first verse goes, pummel me with kisses, and the second verse goes, repeat until you die. So when the chorus comes, please, let's all just tumble like crazy pigeons in the wind.